Hello and welcome to the Nonsense Chronicles. This is Doug Sashery, and as always, to my left,
Rob Mendiola.
hey Rob,
What's up, Doug?
you had to turn on the red light, just
did.
like Roxanne,
Just like Roxanne.
so we could.
We are recording. We are active and on.
We are live.
We're down to the last 2 hours on this card. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We filled that shit up.
It gets thrown into the archives.
Yeah, let's keep it.
Has that
good
been,
idea.
Has that been the entirety of our
Yes.
2+ year run?
That has everything we've done on it.
Wow. Yeah.
And at one point, I thought I had taken it off, but I thought I had removed some, but I don't think I did. Because they're still all on there. Now, they're not... The time and the timestamps on them aren't correct. Because this machine, it resets itself.
Wow.
When we turn it off. It's just goofy. I don't know why it does that.
Does it update itself too? Yeah.
No, you have to go in and set it every time. Which makes sense because you do kind of power it down,
Yeah.
completely. So, and it's not a computer.
No.
It's not a smart machine. So,
But Roadcaster
it would be cool if it did that. Though.
Yeah, Roadcaster is pretty good, and I imagine if anybody does it, it'd probably be them to.
I don't know if you were to have it synced up with a computer, would it do it? I'm not sure. That maybe, but
Yeah, it's been pretty good to us, and now we own two of them. Yeah,
you do.
Yeah.
Have you been getting any use out of that?
The other one, as far as the streaming, we got setting up. Talking about setting up streaming for gaming,
Mm-hmm.
and
To post to YouTube.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it goes to Twitch.
Yeah,
then I want to put some clips on YouTube and stuff.
Okay.
But anyhow, we got all the way, and I'm telling you that nobody does this setup. There's no. If you're a professional and you do, reach out on the site, because it's a mystery to me.
Yeah.
But I met a guy out of West Virginia on my travels, and we got all the way set up, and then we ran something, but we were missing something. Something didn't record or something, and we had everything set up. Now we're backtracking and having an issue with the camera. So I'm getting ready to reformulate. I'm getting ready to gut it and do it again, which was really aggravating.
Yeah.
But
I imagine.
But yeah, the wiring on that, man, it is just
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, I was there, and it's way.
Yeah, because you go on
It shouldn't be that difficult.
Xbox, the TV,
It shouldn't
out
be that
to
difficult.
the Roadcaster, out to the computer. I mean, it is insane.
It shouldn't be that difficult, though.
No,
I don't think.
but I'm going to run what I've decided though, and I did some before on the one I ran. I ran my graphics. I mean, the computer, like the feedback I'm getting while I'm playing, I ran that to one of the TVs on the wall, and that's much easier for me to see than looking at a screen and trying to actually do my job playing the game as well. So,
Yeah.
I talked to Scotty today, and he asked if I had played the new Warzone, and they just finished up their last show, and he's headed home for a few days, and I said, we can play tonight. I hadn't played it. I played, the new game comes out, and we're talking about Black Ops 6, I believe, and
Warzone is Black Ops 6, or there's
well,
another
that's the basic game. The Warzone faction of Call of Duty is
one? Oh, okay. So it's Call of Duty.
is one particular section of that you can play. It's completely different than the regular multiplayer. The regular multiplayer, well, I'll tell you this: the Warzone stuff is what's called a massive online game, where tons of people, which, when I was a kid or growing up, I remember when one day you'll be able to sit on your couch and play somebody else playing on their couch or whatever. But then once we started doing that, of course, we had to be greedy, just like the college football system. Playoffs, one versus one wasn't enough, which it wasn't. But, I said, man, wait till we get where we can get like a ton of people. Then we started getting, you got 16, then it was 32, then 64, then you get 124, something like that on some of these games that I play, man, which I love. I love that kind of thing because you can kind of drift off and not be the main focus. In other words, you can do some damage without being the one that they're looking for every single time. Yeah, that's right. So I like to be kind of sneaky, but so
that sounds fun, man. But I've tried it and it's just not my thing.
It's weird, man. It's.
I think you'd have to have somebody teach you how to do it first, I think, or something. I don't know.
I think
Or grow up doing it, I guess. I don't know.
what I had
Like, how did you learn how to do all that?
I wasn't the first of my friends to have an Atari. I wasn't raised with a.
But Atari, you're talking Atari to like Call of Duty now. It's like,
Yeah, but I
that's
mean
completely different, right?
That for me, look, I'm 58, and that's.
Because we went from like joystick, right? Like
Yeah.
single joystick.
I mean, look, I used to play the Mattel, like the little handheld games, like the football and all that. Okay, but then I think I told the story before. I went into the den in in our house when I was growing up as a kid, and I don't know why I've never seen either one of my parents ever. I mean, not even. My mom will play bridge. That's as close as my parents get to playing games.
A game, yeah.
Yeah. I've never in my life seen any, and they had, somebody must have given it to them for a gift or something, but it was like a little almond colored, I want to say, thing, and it had like two different controllers on both sides. And it was the thing where it was Pong, but you can change it. Well, of course, it's soccer or, anything that's straight one.
like,
Dink,
blip,
dink.
blip,
Yeah,
blip,
from
yeah.
one side to the other.
Right.
So, man, I got fat. I just randomly found that in the cabinet and rugging around like a kid. Hey, I found Meet the Beatles, the first album of the Beatles. Like, what the hell are my parents? I've never heard them listen to anything like this before, So that really surprised me. But no, I found that digging one day, and I got on. I wasn't the first of my friends to get a Atari system, but if we wanted something really big like that, we could ask for Christmas and see if we got it. And I remember I did get it one year, and ever since then I've been hooked. And I love video games. I always have. Yeah. And that's,
So you just grew up doing it. So
yeah. Now look, this.
you kind of grew with it.
Yeah, like some of the zombie stuff some of the games they made over the years made me a little dizzy on the first person play. I like the third where you kind of like above your character a little bit, but I've always been in it.
You do any VR stuff?
No, I hadn't, because I think it would give me that same feeling where it'd make my stomach kind of turn maybe a little bit. But
Interesting.
yeah, I've never.
You've never tried it?
I don't think I have, man. I don't think I have.
Might try it, man. Never know.
Yeah, maybe. I'm watching.
Like the games you play, can you play them in like a virtual setting type?
No, not those, but there are some games that's like some of the off. They actually do offshoots of regular games, like some of the Star Wars stuff. They have on there, of course. And I'm watching. I watched the first episode. I don't know if I got to episode 2 yet of Tulsa King.
Oh yeah.
And he's the first episode of the second. He's going down the road from the airport, and he sees somebody like out in front of a building with a VR helmet.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, he'd been in prison for 23, 25 years. So
That's a good show, by the way.
yeah, I'm liking it. I hadn't asked our friend Jason White, like, hey, why haven't you arrested this guy yet? He's right there. Look how recognizable he is now.
Yeah.
I talked to him a little bit today on the way in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he said they've been really busy.
Really busy. That's not good.
No, it's not good.
I mean, good for him, I guess. But
a homicide detective, it's not good to hear that somebody's
not
been really,
good
really busy. Yeah, that's not good.
I just wouldn't think Tulsa would be a high rate homicide area.
Man, you never know. They
I
got
guess you're surprised.
You never know. They got old sections of town, and it'd be like people. I'll never understand. I will never understand it. Why somebody would not value another human being's life if you stop. But I know a lot of times people just act out of passion and whatever, but and if you stop and think of, this is another human's life, not alone all the lives that are around them, but just ending another life. There's not going to be any reset, like in a video game. No, that's. Man,
I wonder like what demographic is like the biggest part of that, death. I wonder how that kind of works out.
Man,
I'm sure he could tell you, but
yeah, I'll have to ask him. I've watched from watching the first 48, which he's on. They have their drug issues there too, and it's man, it's so funny though. You hear people, it's always like
I think that's the whole U.S. drug issues. Yeah.
But you hear it's always people like, no, I don't know, dude, just get to the point. They got you, man. Just give it up,
Yeah, nowadays, yeah.
Because it's
hard to run from anything.
When I went into the cold case room, he told me They had cases from the 60s in there. They go back and they still solving some of those. But today's cases, 95% of them are solved. That's
especially if there's any evidence,
yeah,
DNA.
Yeah, so you do something, they're gonna get you. Yeah, I mean, so
and now all these database bases that with other people's DNA, now they find you through that.
Oh yeah, ancestry, like my
screwed.
kids put me on. Yeah, like well, I didn't commit any crimes that I, no, that's definitely.
But you don't think about it until like
till you the Golden State Killer, and they eventually catch you.
Yeah,
because somebody in your family, not you, but somebody else in your family down the line says, "Hey, I want to do a DNA test." Well, they find, hey, well, this person's related to this DNA. Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah.
You would think that'd be like not usable, but they're using it.
Well,
I read it all the time, man. There's like cold cases now, left and right, just getting closed.
I think that's a good thing.
It is good. Yeah.
It's like
it gives families closure, I guess.
Yeah, because I don't want anybody, not being caught for doing something so horrible, But I'm watching something on I forgot what it was on, but it was on spyware, on all this, on everything that's being monitored so much.
Oh yeah,
and I'm like, sometimes it's really good for something's really monitored, because like if you can track where a phone is, did you commit that crime, or you're innocent, you had nothing to do with it, But it's kind of scary in a way, but also it's good.
You wonder how much like our phones are listening to like actual conversation.
Yeah, are you
about somebody being killed, or hey, you killed that person. Why did you kill that person?
I didn't kill anybody. I just want to go ahead and say that right now.
Yeah, you wonder though, like is something like that being actually?
A lot of that.
I mean, your phone listens to you.
A lot of that. A lot of this stuff is created in Israel. Because they've got to be listening to just about everybody, and
they're listening. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really funny, But God, it's crazy. What an odd time we live in, man. Technology is great, but then it's also kind of scary.
Yeah, you got to keep your nose clean, man.
Yeah, just like I said, don't leave muddy footprints in anybody else's life. You'll be all right.
Yep.
Yeah, and now look, we're working on our schedule. We've kind of
because same old thing. You're going to be leaving again.
Yeah,
you just can't be still.
I can't be still. I won't be still.
Running the streets.
But no. But while we're away, we have some guests that we're gonna have on. Some of them are waiting on new releases before we put them on. But we'll have a fresh new setup when I get back, and that's our plan.
Project 2025.
Project 2025, man. And this is, just like everybody else is going to be running around for holidays, getting as much as possibly can get done.
Yeah.
In the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For Thanksgiving.
By the time this plays Thanksgiving will have been left.
Yeah.
We'll be into December.
Yeah. December. That's crazy, man.
Yeah. You know what I love most about Christmas and December and all that is the change in people's hearts. I feel that there's a change. Now, also there's some tension there, people rushing and doing this, but I think as a goodwill towards men and women, but is a lot more prevalent during the holidays.
Yeah.
At least that's what I think.
Got to be all sparkly lights and stuff.
That's it. That's what sets it off.
The food.
Yeah.
Yeah. People like to eat and feel good.
Yeah. Well, this will be also the last episode that I'm doing, allegedly, with this sound.
We'll see, yeah. You should be like a new voice.
Yeah. I won't be like the guy on NFL films or that, but it should be better. It should be cleared. Sinus surgery coming up this week. So
you think that's going to help you breathe better as well? Or?
I mean, it should. I mean, look, I don't do, ever since I was a kid, I've had a deviated septum, and it's, once, like I said, they've said one side is from the CAT scan, and one side is like twisty turny and a little thin, and the other side.
I swear you've lived this long with that.
Yeah, all my life, and the other side overcompensated, and it so much so that I have a cartilage spur on the other side blocking stuff. Yeah, so they're gonna go in and do, yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, I'm looking.
That's cool though. You getting it fixed.
Yeah, because the guy
about damn time.
He knows that what the walking and jogging and stuff. He said.
Yeah, that's.
He said, yeah, he can't believe it. He said, man, this will be.
That should make it a lot easier.
Yes, this will be a game changer.
Get some exercise and walk.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Oxygen is good.
Yeah, it really is, Rob.
Yeah.
You know, as you would know.
I do know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's anyhow.
Gotta have it, man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking for that. But that's about it. Would you have anything else to share?
No, man, that's about it.
Yeah,
I'm going to do a really short one this time.
yeah.
That's 15 minutes.
We just wanted to be quick.
I guess so.
We-
You drove 1 hour so we can do 15 minutes. That's
what I-
how you
That's
roll.
dedication, baby.
Yeah, it is.
That's dedication.
Making it into the studio.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I
Well,
got
cool, man. Well, I look forward to hearing about all your stories when you go on your travels.
Yeah,
Get back and your surgery. I guess we'll probably talk about that when you get that done.
that's right. And we do have. I'll have some guests lined up when I come back.
Cool.
All right. Well, we are going to get out of here. We hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving and have a great holidays, people.
Go shopping.
Yes, go shopping.
Spend some money.
Bring a smile to somebody.
Let's get that economy back up.
That's right. Let's do it.
Stimulate it.
Let's do it.
Yep.
All right. Thanks for joining the Nonsense Chronicles today. Please like and subscribe. We're
Later.
out of here.
Later.